your patience. Let me know if the music is a little bit on the louder side. I'll try to lower it if it's loud. Oops. Let me do that just for the music. Alright guys, shout out to everybody for being here. I truly do appreciate you guys. I'm not sure what's going on, guys. 1 second. 1 2 1 2, perfect. Let me fix it. There we go. Alright guys, let's get this show on the road. We're gonna start off in League 88. We have done the rest so far. Let me get my list pulled up. Alright guys, in League 88, Pluhan wanted a review here. Let's go ahead and take care of his team real quick, guys. Shout out to everybody, man. Hopefully you guys are having a great weekend so far. Alright, Pluhan, it does seem like you have an extra first, an extra 2 seconds, an extra third, an extra 28 first, extra 28 second. I just really do hope that you haven't traded for, you haven't picked older guys here, Pluhan. Let me go ahead and take a look at the 1-5. Man, I ought to see Dak Prescott there. I don't like that at all. Why do we? All right, Dak Prescott, Tyler Shough, Bryce Young, Geno Smith. I'm not sure what we're doing. I don't mind the Tyler Shough and the Bryce Young pick, but why do we have Geno Smith and why do we have Dak Prescott on this team? Jameer and Hampton should be good running backs here. Alec Pierce and Wandell. Why do we have those? Wandell's turn. They're not that old, but we could be drafting younger players that'll have more upside, in my opinion. Strange, I don't mind it in my opinion, but 8-5 is way too early for Strange. At the 8-5, if we take a look at where you took him, you took a Strange over Godston, over Jake Ferguson, over Isaiah Likely. I don't personally like that personally. And then you have Kyron Williams, Jalen Coker, J.K. Dobbins. I like the Kyron Williams pick, but man, this team is not young. Jalen Coker I do like, but then J.K. Dobbins. When you have that many draft capital, guys, you cannot draft older players. You cannot try to compete and then try to draft people next year as well. You just cannot mix match that, guys. So in that situation, when you have draft capital like that, go ahead and draft younger players. You do not need Dak Prescott. You do not need J.K. Dobbins. In my opinion, you do not need Geno Smith. You do not need Dalton Schultz. You do not need those players. I would recommend trading all these players away, get some more draft capital. In this situation, unfortunately, your flexes are extremely weak. Your tight ends on the weaker side. Your players are a little bit on the older side, and you have a lot of draft capital next year as well. I don't like it. I'm probably going to give this team a 5.9. It just doesn't have a vision. It doesn't have a vision. The team is confused with, are you competing? Or are you not? That's what the team is confused with. Are you competing or are you not? And when the team's confused, the team has zero goal, zero vision. It's not going to be good. But 5.9, I recommend either trading all your older players, getting some more draft capital, or trade all your draft capital to win now. You cannot do both. But shout out to you, broski. I appreciate you for joining us. Let's go to League 89 real quick, guys. Let me see who wants a review here. 1 second. Make me. All right, let me see. All right, and then in League 89, Blue wanted a review here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Blue's team here real quick, guys. Let me take a look at Blue. Blue, shout out to you, broski. I appreciate you. You have a lot of draft capital. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first. You have 3 seconds. You have another 28 first in 2028. I hope you didn't draft older players here. Let's take a look at your team real quick. All right, Blue. I love the Cam Ward pick there for you. He's younger. Stroud, Shador Sanders, good quarterback team because you're playing for next year. Cam Judkins, Jalen Price, I don't mind that running back room. Luther Burden, Marv Young as well. Stowers, Jordan Tyson, Jeremy Bernard, Zakarian Branch. They're going to be upside for later on. When you guys have draft capital, this is how you guys draft. You guys cannot draft any way else when you guys have draft capital. Blue, this is amazing. You have holes. You have a few holes that need to be fixed, but your running backs are solid, your quarterbacks are solid, your wide receivers are solid, your flex 1 is solid, and with the future first round picks, you just need to make sure your flex 2 and flex 3 is filled out and your bench is filled out. This is an 8.4 team. This is an 8.4 team. Not only do you have so much draft capital for next year, but your team is so set up for next year. I really do like that. 8.4. This is how I'm drafting if I have future draft capital. Great drafting, Blue. Shout out to you, broski. All right, let's go to League 90 here. A couple of people wanted a review here. Let's go ahead and take a look at their team. No, rotate. All right. Let's take a look at your team real quick. A couple people wanted a review here. Let me go ahead and take care of their teams. Defrash, shout out to you for being here, broski. You did not make any trades from what it looks like. It did not make any trades, guys. When you don't make trades, your team is automatically on the weaker side because your team doesn't have a vision when you don't make trades. You cannot have future draft capital and still be trying to win the league. You have to pick whether you want to win the league now, trade your future draft capital. Whether you want to win the league next year, go ahead and get some younger players and get some more draft capital. You cannot be in between. Hurts, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones, great quarterback room there. Jeremiah Love, Devon Achane, great running backs there. Devontae Rome, great wide receivers. Brees, Zay, Alec Pierce. I like Brees, I like Zay. Pierce is hurt right now. I don't know how he's going to be doing. You do have Parker Washington. I think at the 10-9, that's a phenomenal pick there. He could be the wide receiver 1 there for you. You have Alec Pierce, Wandell. I take it back. For someone that didn't do any trades, this is a phenomenal team. You also took Stribling there at the 16-9. Your bench is great. Your running backs are good. Your quarterbacks are good. Your wide receivers are good. Your tight end is good. Your flexes are good. The one thing I would recommend, bro, is trade these. Trade your first, second, and third. You have a team that can win now. You do not need, in my opinion, to keep these first, second, and third. Trade it. Get a better, in my opinion, get another running back. Get another wide receiver. Get somebody that's very solid. In the 4th round, 5th round. Get a Saquon. Get a Kyron. Get a Devontae, get a Rome Odunze. Just go ahead and trade for those players because you are planning on winning now. You're not planning on, even if you're planning to win now and next year because your team isn't that old. But what I'm saying is that those future picks isn't really going to do much if you end up winning the league and those future picks are going to be the 112. You know what I mean? So go ahead and make those trades. I like this team. For a team that didn't make any trades, very solid. A 7.7 out of 10. Very solid team, T-Fraz. Oh wait, this is my team. Guys, this is why we don't do reviews at night. This is why we do reviews in the morning where I'm fully energized and not at night. All right, well, I just gave my own team a 7.7. All right, let's go. So then that's how you guys know these are genuine reviews. All right, Defraz, you didn't make any trades here. Let's go ahead and take a look at your team. Herbert, Jordan Love, you don't have a third quarterback here. Weak already. Genty and Chase Brown are going to be great running backs. Amana, Jalen Waddle, great wide receivers. Pitts is going to be good tight end. Monty, Terry, and J.K. Dobbins. I like the Monty pick. Terry McLaurin still has some value there, even though he's turning 31 years old. And then J.K. Dobbins, man, it's not if he gets injured, it's when he gets injured. So I don't trust that. Josh Downs, Jalen Coker. So when J.K. Dobbins gets hurt, you're going to have to play Josh Downs, Jalen Coker, Chris Rodriguez, and I don't fully trust them. Josh Downs has to compete with Alec Pierce there. I don't fully love that. Jalen Coker is there, but what's he going to do with the Panthers? Your bench needs to be improved. Your quarterback 3 needs to be improved, and your flex 3 needs to be improved. When you don't make trades, this is how your team ends up becoming, guys. This is how your team ends up becoming when you don't make those trades. Unfortunately, you need to, in my opinion, have a vision for this team. It looks like you're trying to win now. Go ahead and trade your first, second, and third. Get a better flex 3. Get a better quarterback 3. Get a better bench. I'm probably going to give this team a 5.9 out of 10 because of that flex 3 room, because you don't have a quarterback 3, and because of that bench. Shout out to you, D-Fresh. I appreciate you. Yeah, dude, I can't believe I reviewed my own team thinking, oh my God, I just ate my words. You know, I was like, I just told this guy that if you don't make any trades, you're gonna not have a good team. And then I rated him as a good team. Then I rated my own team. But yeah, this is my team, guys. One of my teams, for example, I do a lot of trades here. My quarterbacks are covered. You know, my running backs are covered. My wide receivers are covered. My tight end is covered. My flexes are covered. And then my bench is covered. Parker Washington, Wandell, Jordan Mason, Stribling, Ted Hurst for upside. You know, I have players that are covered. So make sure you guys have all your bases covered, just like I did here. All right, let's see who's next here. Smite, let me take care of your team here real quick. Shout out to you, Smite. It looks like you did not make you traded your second, so that's good. You did make some trades. I love that. All right, Smite. Let's take a look at your team real quick, broski. Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Cam Ward, great quarterback room there. Jalen Warren, Aaron Jones, very weak running back room there. Warren's competing with Rico Dowdle. Aaron Jones is injury prone, competing with Jordan Mason there. Jamar and Casey, I like Jamar, but Casey, what's his value going to really be there? Tyler Warren should be a great tight end there. DK, Worthy, and Rashad White. This is a very weak bench. I mean, very weak flexes. DK didn't do anything last year. I don't think he's going to do anything this year. Worthy didn't do anything last year. And not going to do anything this year. Cyrus Allen might be the wide receiver too, to be honest. And then Rashad White is just a backup running back there. Your flexes are extremely weak. Your running backs are weak. And your bench, you have Jacoby, Johnson, Chig, TJ. Your bench is also weak. I like trades, guys. Do not get me wrong. But unfortunately, sometimes trades can hurt your team. I gave Defraz 5.9, I think. But unfortunately, I would rather take his team with 0 trades than the trade you did, because it really did hurt your team there, Smite. I think you traded for, in my opinion, Jaden Daniels, and don't get me wrong, that's not bad at all, but that made your flex room on the weaker side. So for that being said, I'm probably gonna give this team a 5.7 out of 10. It's close to Defraz's team, but unfortunately, your flexes are weaker, your running backs are weaker, and your bench is weaker. But shout out to you, Smite. I appreciate you, broski, and have a great rest of your day. All right, let's see who's next. Max is next here. Max, let's take a look at your team real quick. All right. Let's see. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me check the list real quick. All right, Max, shout out to you, broski. I appreciate you for being here. Let's take a look at your team real quick. All right, Caleb Williams, Travion, Caleb Williams, Sam Darnold. You don't have a quarterback 3. That's on the weaker side, in my opinion. You do have 2 future firsts, so make sure you have 3 firsts. So make sure you don't draft older players here, Max. Please don't make that same mistake that others do. Caleb Williams, Sam Darnold. I don't think you should have drafted Darnold here. I think you had Bryce Young available right there, and I would have drafted Bryce Young because we have 3 first-round picks next year. So I don't like that personally. You also don't have a quarterback 3. Travion, JCM, those should be good running backs next year as well. Lad Marv should be good wide receivers next year. Stower should be a decent tight end if Goddard retires, but I think Goddard has a year or 2 in him left still. Jordan Tyson, Burden, and Jordan Addison. It's a fairly young team. I actually like what you did. The only person I don't like is a Sam Darnold pick over Bryce Young. I would try to trade Sam Darnold right now and try to get Bryce Young here, in my opinion. But I actually don't mind your team. This is a solid team for playing. If we're playing next year, I like it. I'm gonna give a team a 7.4. I like the first round picks you have. I like the younger squad you have. I like the upside of this team, and this team can definitely compete next year with those first round picks. But definitely trade away Sam Darnold. I know you have Ty Simpson there. He's gonna be valuable next year, but Sam Darnold's value is gonna go down next year, not up. Shout out to you, broski. Appreciate you. All right, and that's everybody. 7.4. That's everybody in League 90. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are gonna take a short 5-minute break, guys. I am gonna go ahead and grab some water real quick. So I'll be right back, guys.
out the tables have turned, like there's a change in the weather. Feels like my time is returning, like I'm about to get out of this cage. If you could see me now, I'd probably let you down, but that's enough for me. You got me, baby.
All right, guys, I'm back. Let's get this show on the road. Let's keep it going. Thank you guys for bearing with me. All right, guys, let's get this show on the road. We are going to be in league. Let me see what league we're in now. We're going to be in league 91 now. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, Crip wants a review in this league. Let me go ahead and take care of his team real quick. Crip, shout out to you, broski. I appreciate you. Let me take a look at your team. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 first, 3 seconds, 2 thirds. So you have a young squad, hopefully, from what we're looking at, right? It does look like you have a pretty young squad here. I like it. I like your quarterbacks as well here. Let's take a look at your full team here. You have Jackson Dart, Jordan Love. You don't have a third quarterback. That's fine. You can draft him next year. Scatterba, Brooks, young running backs. I love that. Malik, Brian, young wide receivers. I love that. Crap, young tight end. I love that. Casey, Stowers, Parker. I love this team. Michael Pittman. No. Rashad White. No. What are we doing with these picks? Go ahead and trade them right now. You don't need them. They're old. They're not going to do anything for you next year. Your bench could be better, with that being said, but everything else is phenomenal. Your future picks are good as well. It's 7.9 out of 10 because your bench needs to be a little bit better, Crip. But a strong 7.9 there. A strong 7.9 there. All right, let's see. Let me see who else wants to review here. Let me see, 1 second, guys. Appreciate y'all, guys. Sorry, I'm just getting a little sidetracked right now. All right, because I'm looking at my thing. NCAA fan wants a review here. I'm just making sure this is the right league he wants that review in. All right, NCAA fan, let's go ahead and take a look at his team. I know you had I know you had some problems at work, Rosie. Hopefully those are all fixed out now. You do not have any futures given or taken, so I'm hoping you made some trades still here, NCAA. From the looks of it, it does, and I love that for you. You know that this is a tight end premium league. I love that you got Brock Bowers there. Harold Fannin at the 2-6 might be a little bit early though. Joe Burrow and T-Law with Mendoza, great quarterbacks there. Kyan and Woody. I like Kyan, but Woody's going to be a weakness for you. Michael Wilson, Sutton. This team doesn't have a vision. I don't like the wide receivers there at all with Michael Wilson or Sutton, both wide receiver 2s. You have a running back 2 there. You have Brock Bowers and Harold Fannin, but that's the only strong players you have, because then you have Pacheco and Malachi Fields. Your flex 2 and 3 is weak. Your wide receivers are weak. Your running back 2 is weak. But your quarterbacks and your running back 1 and your tight ends are strong. Then your bench is extremely weak as well. This is a low tier team, broski. A 4.2 out of 10, unfortunately. A lot of holes to fix, and you don't have the draft capital to fix them. I don't like it. I don't think this team is going to be a contender this year or next year. You're going to have to trade away Brock Bowers and Harold Fannin right now. Make some more moves in this team, broski. But shout out to you. I appreciate you for being here. Let me go ahead and take a look at the rest. All right, let's see who's next, guys. League 92. Shout out to everybody in League 92 here, guys. Let's take a look at the people that want to review here. It does look like Dr. Proctor wants a review here. Where's Dr. Proctor at? Here at the 6, at the 5. It does not look like you made any trades for your capital. Let's see if you made any startup trades here. Dr. Proctor, I can't find you, broski. Can't find you. I don't like when. Oh, here it is. The 1-5. All right. It does not seem like you made any trades. And guys, when you don't make trades, the team's gonna be weak. As unfortunate as that is. Like, look at my team. Okay, I have my quarterbacks covered: Brock Purdy, Daniel Jones, Jaden Daniels. My running backs with Devon Achane, Brees Hall, Judkins covered. Wide receivers: Ladd, Zay, T. Higgins covered. My tight end is covered. My bench with Jadain Price, Pierce, Tony Pollard covered. You know what I mean? I have all angles covered. And that's what you guys want to do. Don't forget to cover all your bases. Dr. Proctor, shout out to you, broski. Joe Burrow, Mahomes, and you don't have a third quarterback. Your quarterbacks by themselves are strong, but you need a stronger quarterback, in my opinion. So, so with that being said, you need a third quarterback here. Your running backs with Kenneth Walker, Derrick Henry, very strong there, but Henry's last year probably. CeeDee Lamb, Devontae, great wide receivers. Hale fans can be a good tight end. I like Watson. I don't mind the QJ as your flex 3 there, but Jordan Addison isn't really going to do anything much this year because Kyler Murray has never sustained 2 quarterbacks there. Charbonnet, Sutton, you can plug in Sutton there for Addison. Charbonnet, Jacoby, Goddard, Juwan Johnson. Your bench is weak though. If you plug in Sutton for Addison, your bench is completely non-existent because if QJ for bye weeks, for injuries, let's just say Derrick Henry or Kenneth Walker get hurt, you don't have a third running back you can trust either. So you don't have a running back 3, you don't have a quarterback 3. Your flexes need to be a little bit better and your bench needs to be better. So for that reason, I'm probably going to give this team a 5.8 out of 10, especially when you don't make trades. It's on the downside, broski. Trade away your future first, second, and third. Get some better flex players, get a better running back 3, and get some more players for your team. Shout out to you though, broski. I appreciate you. All right, let's go to League 93 here, guys. Shout out to everybody for being here. I appreciate y'all. League 90. Oops, I just exited out of the wrong thing I needed to exit out of. All right, League 93. All right, shout out to everybody for being here, guys. I appreciate y'all. All right, League 93. Oops, I don't know what happened. Perfect. Oh, this is the wrong. See, this is why we should have done this. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody in League 93. Lions and Bronx wanted a review here. Lions, let me go ahead and take a look at your team real quick. You have an extra first round pick. I like that. Let's see what you traded away for it and how your team looks overall. All right. Mahomes, CJ Stroud, Baker, great quarterback squad there. David Bashal, Tuden. You don't have a running back 3. That worries me a little bit because if Monty and Tuden get injured, it's going to be a hard team. Jason, Malik Neighbors, great wide receiver squad. Kraft is a great tight end there. Rashi Rice is going to be a good flex one, but then you have Addison, Eli Sowers. They're not going to do much for you. Let's see your bench. Yeah, Pierce Saul not going to do anything. Your bench is extremely weak, and your flex 2 and 3 is extremely weak. If you're competing for this year, go ahead and trade your first, second, and third. If you're not competing, if you're competing for next year, trade away David Montgomery. He's turning 30 years old. Trade away Baker Mayfield. This guy's turning 32 years old. You do not need these old heads. You want to have a vision for your team, guys. Do not intertwine those visions. If you're competing for this year, trade away your future capital. If you're competing for next year, go ahead and trade your older players for younger players / draft capital. I'm probably going to give this team a 5.6 out of 10 just because I don't like, I don't see a vision for your team, unfortunately. All right, let's see who's next. All right, let's take a look at your, let's see who wants next. Bronx, shout out to Bronx for being here as well. I appreciate you, my brother. Bronx, let's take a look at your team here. All right, you're at the 6 here. You traded away your first, second, and third, so this team should be amazing. You have Cam Ward, Jacoby Brissett and Cam Ward as your quarterbacks. I'm not gonna say anything about that. Bijan, Jeremiah Love, great running backs. Luther, KC, I like weaker because I like Luther, but Rome's still there. Loveland's still there, but he's dealing with an injury there. Be careful. KC's gonna be the one there, but he's not really gonna do much. AJ Barner, man, this is a horrid team. What are we doing? You don't even have this is Horror has your first is gonna have the 101 there. Horror has your first as the 101 there. Your quarterbacks are horrible. Your wide receivers are very weak. Your tight end is weak. Your flexes are horrible. Your bench is this might respectfully Bronx. This might be one of the worst teams I have seen in Dynasty ever. I'm not sure what we're doing here at all. I'm probably gonna give this team a solid 0.8 out of 10. I do not know what we're doing. Your wide receivers are weak. Tight end is weak. Flexes are weak. The bench is weak. The quarterbacks are weak. And you don't have your future draft capital either. Everything about this team is weak. I'm sorry. 0.8 out of 10. Bronx. I just don't see a vision for this team. Anyways, shout out to everybody, guys. I appreciate y'all. We might be taking a short break here as well. And then we're going to come right back and do League 94, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. I'll be right back.
say it no word. Just make me feel what you want me to feel, what you want me to feel. Tell me everything. I'm hanging on your lips. You got me with just one kiss. Just make me feel what you want me to feel, 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 what you want me to
All right, guys, let's get this show on the road. Shout out to everybody for still being here, man. I appreciate y'all. Um, let's see. All right, let's go, boys. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna go to League 94 now. We had a couple of people in here that wanted a review. Let's go ahead and show everything. Shout out to everybody, man. Look how many. This is an amazing draft board. I love what I'm seeing right here. You guys see this? This is a league right here. This is how a league should be right here. I love that. I love that. All right, D Goodies wants a review here. Goodies, let me see where you're at here. You're gonna be here at the 111. A lot of trades have been made. I love that. All right, D Goodies, where you at here? D Goodies, perfect. All right, you have an extra first. You have 2 extra seconds in 2028. All right, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this team here. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this team. Lamar, Jalen, Kyler, great quarterback room. Jeremiah, Javante, great running back room. But you don't have a running back 3 there. That worries me. CD, Ricky Pearsall. I like CD there, but Pearsall is gonna be out for the year. I don't like that at all. All right, guys, and then yeah, Ricky Pearsall, he was very weak here. Sadiq is going to be a weak tight end, guys. He didn't do anything in college. He wasn't even the tight end 1 on his own team. So I don't like that. Coleman, Godwin, Dobbs, very weak flex room. So your wide receiver 2 is weak, your tight end is weak, your flex room is weak, and your bench is weak as well. I don't like your bench with now Stribling and Diggs have some value there, but Woody Marks, JJ McCarthy, Chris Rodriguez, Hunter Henry, Juwan Johnson, they're not really going to do much. So, all right, guys, with that being said, yeah, unfortunately, your bench is weak, your flexes are weak. Your wide receiver 1 is weak. You don't have a running back 3, that's weak, and your tight end is weak. Probably gonna give this team 4.1 out of 10. Unfortunately, there's a lot of holes in this team that I don't love. Goodies, shout out to you though. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. Nightwing wants a review here. Nightwing, shout out to you too as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at your team. It seems like you have an extra first and 2 extra thirds next year. It looks like you traded away your first round pick. Let's see how that ended up working out for you. You have good quarterbacks with Jackson. Oh, never mind. Take that back. You don't have a quarterback 2. You just have Jackson Dart there. I'm not counting Deshaun Watson. You have a very weak quarterback room. Genty and Mike Washington. I'm not sure what we're doing. I like Genty, but what's Washington doing on your team there? Malik Ted should be great wide receivers. Kraft should be a good tight end. Carnell, Marvin, Brian Thomas. I like the upside they all have. I just don't know if all the upside is going to hit for that team. Brian Thomas, is he going to be back to his rookie self? Marvin Harrison, is he going to finally do what he's supposed to do? Carnell Tate, is he going to be the next Marvin Harrison? You know, they got drafted the same. Is he going to be the next Marvin Harrison? So your flex is like the upside, but you need some safe floor there as well. Your bench is extremely weak. Your quarterbacks are weak. Your bench is weak, and your running back 2 is weak as well. So I don't like that at all for you personally. I'm probably gonna give this team a 5.5 out of 10. 5.5 out of 10. Guys, when you guys are drafting, you want to make sure your bases are covered. For example, look at my team, right? Let's look at my team, all right? I drafted Bijan in London. Okay, I'm not. This is a blind review, by the way. Baker, Jared Goff, Daniel Jones. My quarterbacks are covered. I have 3 quarterbacks. Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, DeAndre Swift. 3 running backs, all covered. Jake London, Egbuka, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. 4 wide receivers, all covered. Kyle Pitts, covered. Let's look at my bench. Parker Washington, Terry McLaurin, covered. My bench is covered. My running backs are covered. My quarterbacks is covered. My wide receivers are covered. My tight end is covered. Everything is covered for my team. And I still drafted Bijan and Drake London here. And I also traded up. I traded up to get Jonathan Taylor. Do you guys see that? I traded up to get Jonathan Taylor here. So there, you guys go ahead, trade for the players you like, but make sure everything, trade for the players you like while making sure everything on your team is set. You know what I mean? Like your running backs, quarterbacks, wide receiver, everything. All right. But with that being said, last but not least, Bryce Young. Shout out to you, Bryce. I appreciate you for being here. Bryce Young stands. Wow, it doesn't even fit in my screen. 1, 2, 3, 4 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks, a lot of third-round picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a crazy team. Now, when you do a team like this, Bryce Young, just please make sure you have some holes already fixed on your team. All right, Bryce? Let's take a look at your team here. Mendoza, Stroud, Bryce Young. Your quarterback room is filled. You don't need to draft more quarterbacks next year. You need some running backs next year. Your wide receiver room is still pretty solid with KC and Quentin Johnston, but you do need some more there. You need another tight end. Torrey Horton. I like this team. I like how much draft capital you have. I like the fact you filled some of your holes there. I like your wide receiver room. I think some of your flex and bench players can have a lot of upside value next year as well. I like this team. I love the draft capital you have. Gonna give this team a 7.5 out of 10. It just, some of the draft capital, like, you gotta understand, you're not gonna be able to put all of this in your team. Like, you're gonna have to get rid of half your team there. You know what I mean? Just to make sure all these players they fit your team. So draft capital is good, but this is crazy. But first round draft capital, second round draft capital, not third round draft capital. The chances of you hitting a third round draft capital is very, very low, so. All right, 7.5 out of 10. Shout out to you, D Goodies. I appreciate you. Let's go to League 95, guys. 95. All right, let's take a look at League 95 here. All right, Colson wanted a review here. Let's take a look at Colson's team. Colson's here at the 1-1. Colson, you traded your future first. I hope you did a good trade for that. You drafted here at the 112. Look at how buggy my sleeper is, guys. All right, Jared Goff. Guys, like, what do I tell people that don't even have a quarterback 2? I get you don't have a quarterback 3, but you don't even have a quarterback 2. And you don't have a future first. What are we doing? Love, Brees, great running backs, great wide receivers. Tight end is extremely weak. Tyson, Price, Tuden, great flex players. You have a good bench as well, great bench. You don't have a quarterback 2 or a 3. Your quarterback room is extremely weak. Go ahead and trade your second and third and maybe one of your bench players. Get a quarterback 2 and possibly a quarterback 3 as well. Then this team could be decent. You also need a tight end on this team as well. You don't have a tight end or any quarterbacks. I'm not sure what we're thinking here. But your running backs, wide receivers, flex players, bench, very solid there. I'm probably going to give this team a 5.5 out of 10. You need to go ahead and get those quarterbacks, broski. All right, Joe is next. Joe, shout out to you for being here. I appreciate you. As long as I could find you, Joe. All right, Joe, you traded away your first in 27 and 28. So I'm hoping you drafted a really solid team here. Drake May, Bo Nix, you don't have a quarterback 3. I like how strong those quarterbacks are, but you need a quarterback 3, broski. Scatterbo, Dave Montgomery, great running backs. Amon-Ra, George Pickens, great wide receivers. Kincaid is going to be a bit of a weakness tight end there with Dawson Knox still being there. Roma Dunze, T. Higgins, and Jordan Addison. I like Roma. I like T. Higgins. Addison isn't really going to do much for you, but you do have Jalen Warren you could plug in there. But Jalen Warren is also battling with Rico Dotto there. With that being said, your bench is extremely weak, especially with you not having a quarterback 3. Your flex 3 is weak as well with Jordan Addison there. But your running backs, wide receivers, and your flex 1-2 is very strong. Your tight end is also weak. You don't have a quarterback 3, that's weak, but your first and second quarterback is strong. I'm probably going to give this team a 6.3 out of 10 because your bench, because of your flex 3, because of your tight end room, and because of you not having a quarterback 3. Shout out to you, broski. I appreciate you. This is not a championship team. You traded your future first round capital. Go ahead and trade your third and another third, and maybe trade away Amon-Ra or even Drake May and get a 2-for-1 to make that flex room stronger, to make that bench stronger, to go get a quarterback 3 on that team. All right, with that being said, we are going to go forward to League 96. No, 97, guys. 96 didn't want any reviews there. We're going to go to League 97. All right, in League 97, let's take a look at who wanted these reviews. All right, Wilson wanted the first review here, guys. Shout out to Wilson for drafting with us, guys. Where's Wilson at? If we can find him. Perfect. Wilson 199 there. All right, Wilson, looks like you did make some trades, and you guys know I love when people make trades. I love that. I love that. All right, in my opinion, you don't have your future first or second. And from the looks of it, let's take a look. Jackson Dart, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith. That's fine. Geno Smith is fine for this year. Next year, I'm going to be worried, though. This year, it's fine. Chase Brown, Saquon going to be great running backs. Jamari Buka, great wide receivers. Laporte is going to be a good tight end. Pierce, Metcalf, Blake Corum. I don't trust your flexes at all. You have a running back, too, with Blake Corum. You have a DK that didn't do anything last year who might be the wide receiver, too, with Michael Pittman being there. And Alec Pierce was kind of hurt right now. So I don't like your I don't like those at all for you. So your flex room needs to be improved. You have Tony Pollard, Hunter Henry. Your bench needs to be improved as well. The only person I might decently like there is Tony Pollard there, but Pollard is also turning 30 years old. Diggs is also turning 33 years old. I don't know how much I like either of that. Your bench is weak, your flexes are weak, and you not having a, in my opinion, you not having a future first round pick does hurt you a little bit because you can't use that as draft capital for next year. So, with that being said, because of your flexes and your bench, I'm probably going to give this team a 6.1 out of 10. 6.1 out of 10, Wilson. Shout out to you for being here. I appreciate you. I would recommend getting a better flex room and getting a better bench. Go ahead and trade Jamar Chase. Go ahead and trade Jackson Dart. Get a 2-for-1 there. You also don't have a running back 3. So if Chase Brown or Saquon get hurt, I know you have Tony Pollard there, but I'm saying like this solid, great running back 3 there. Pollard is turning 30 years old. We don't really know what exactly his value is going to be there. All right, but with that being said, let's go to Broadloom next. Broadloom here at the 1-1. You did make some trades as well. I love that. You know how much I love that, guys. You are here at the 6th position. You traded your future first and second. Okay, I respect that. If we take a look at your team here, Josh Allen should be a great quarterback. Mendoza, Jordan Love should be a great quarterback too, and then you have Mendoza. Great quarterback room there. H.N. Josh Jacobs, great running backs. London, George Pickens, great flex, great wide receivers. Sadiq's going to be a weak tight end there. And then your flexes are Harvey, Juwan, very weak flexes. Weak tight end, very weak flexes. Jacoby, Max Clare, weak bench as well. Your flexes are weak, your bench is weak, but your quarterbacks are strong, your running backs are strong, your wide receivers are strong. Your tight end is also weak. I would recommend trading Josh Allen or Devon Achane, getting a 2-for-1, improving that flex, maybe trading both of them, get better flex players, get somebody that you can trust there. I get this is a one tight end premium league, but there's only so much Juwan Johnson and Hawkinson can do there. RJ Harvey, I don't trust at all either. In my opinion, broski, you need to make sure you go get better flex players and get a better bench there. Because of that, I'm probably going to give this team a 6.0 out of 10. Bro, 6.0 out of 10. Shout out to you, broski. I appreciate you. We're going to go to Sweet and Sour next. Where's Sweet and Sour? Sweet, welcome, my brother. All right, it doesn't look like you made any trades in your draft picks. Let me see if you made any trades here. You did not. And that team, usually when you don't make trades, guys, team doesn't end up being good. T-Law is going to be a good quarterback. Chuba, Ramondre, terrible running back room there. Chuba is dealing with Jonathan Brooks. Ramondre has Travion Henderson to worry about. Jason and Justin Jefferson should be great wide receivers. Kyle Pitts should be a good tight end. Makai Lemon is kind of injured right now. Rome, JMO. If Makai Lemon is healthy, this is not a bad flex room. You have Brock Purdy, but you don't have a quarterback 3. That also hurts me because Brock Purdy hasn't really been healthy since 2023. So be very careful with that. He's been healthy only 1 year out of the 4 years he's played. So I don't like that for you. Your bench is on the weaker side as well. Dobbins is injury prone. Strange, Barner, Gunnar Helm. You have a lot of tight ends here. I get it's tight end premium, guys, but they can only do so much. So in my opinion, your running backs need to be a lot better here. Your running backs are weak. Your flexes aren't amazing with Makai Lemon being hurt right now, and your bench needs to be improved. I'm probably going to give this team a 5.6 out of 10. In my opinion, those are big holes in the running back room, and the bench needs to be a lot better as well. You also don't have a quarterback 3. That's also on the weaker side. All right, shout out to you, broski. Appreciate you for joining us. On League 98, nobody wanted a reviews there, and then League 99, we wanted a review there. Let's go ahead and take a look at League 99 here. Oops. All right, in League 99, we had T-Bags. I wanted a review here. Where's T-Bags at? T-Bags, you're at the 112 here. It does look like you made some trades, and you guys know I love when you guys make trades. All right, T-Bags, you have an extra future first. All right, so play well with that extra future first. All right, let's take a look at how you drafted here from the 112 position. Joe Burrow, CJ Stroud, Daniel Jones, great quarterback room. Devon Achane, Breece Hall, great running back room. Drake London, Marv, good wide receiver room. Mark Andrews should be a solid tight end there. Bucky, Addison, Omar Cooper. I like Bucky, but Jordan Addison and Omar Cooper, I'm not sure what we're doing with that. Jacoby, Tracy, Braylon Allen, your bench is weak too. Your flexes are weak and your bench is weak. In my opinion, if you're looking to compete now, which I don't think you should be doing, I think you should trade away Joe Burrow, get a 2-for-1, get a younger quarterback there, like in my opinion, Justin Herbert. Get it. Is Herbert young? Yeah, Herbert is young, a year younger than Joe Burrow, I guess. But get somebody like a Bo Nix and a Jordan Tyson, a Bo Nix and a Jadarian Price. Get some younger players for Joe Burrow there, and then trade away Mark Andrews. He's getting on the older side as well. I don't like that. That's what I would do. Daniel Jones is also on the older side. I don't like that. I think you should play for next year. I think it's a good team for next year because your flexes are weak and your bench is weak. But if you are trying to play for this year and get better flex and get better bench, make sure you trade your future first round capital, the 2 firsts that you have, second and third, and get some better players. Unfortunately, this team doesn't have the best vision. I don't know. You have some older players here. Yeah, you have some draft capital in the future. Kind of confuses me, but I do like it. I do like the team overall. I do like the draft capital. You have 6.0 out of 10 for you. Shout out to you, broski. All right, I want to poker is next. Poker, welcome, my brother. You hit the 111 spot. You traded away your future first, but you have an extra second and an extra third. I don't know how I feel about that. You drafted there at the 111. Let's take a look at your team. Jaden Daniels should be a great quarterback there. Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, great quarterback room. Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs, great running back room there. CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, great wide receivers. Ferg is going to be a weakness. When CeeDee Lamb and Pickens were healthy, Ferg didn't really do much, guys. So be careful with that. T. Higgins, Jaden Higgins, Dallas Goedert. It's a one tight end premium. I don't mind T. Higgins and Dallas Goedert in your flex room, but Jaden Higgins isn't really going to do much. You have Rodriguez, Dalton Schultz, Aaron Jones. I don't love your bench either. You're going to play Dalton Schultz for Jaden Higgins. I get that. But then you're going to have Jaden Higgins, Chris Rodriguez, Aaron Jones, Keyshawn Allen on your bench. Your bench needs to be a lot better. In my opinion, trade away your future capital. Trade away your 2 seconds. Trade away your 2/3 and get a better bench. Get a better bench because this team can be a competitive team this year. But your bench is going to set you back when the bye weeks happen, when the injuries happen. You also need a running back 3 on this team. So make sure you do those trades. I like the team. I'm going to give this team a 6.3 out of 10 poker, but make sure you do those trades to make sure you want to capitalize on everything possible this year. All right, guys, with that being said, man, shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all. That's everybody. We are going to get to leagues 100 plus probably next week, Wednesday. We try to do twice a week, but sometimes one time. Like this week, we only did it once, I think. So we'll try to get to them. I appreciate y'all for joining us. We were hit by a copyright strike. I told everybody this before, so we're back on doing them, but we can't do them every day, unfortunately. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless and take care, guys.